3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Data Professor YouTube channel. My name is Tinin Nata Senamad, and I'm an associate professor of Bioinformatics. So in this video, we're going to take a bit of a different direction here. So we're going to do a unboxing video. What is in this box? So actually this arrived about 1 to 2 weeks ago, and it was a pretty busy time. Right about now, it's a bit of a free time for me. And today I'm going to unbox this. And what good timing it is, because today is already 1 year of this YouTube channel. And so let's see what is inside the box. So this is my first attempt in making an unboxing video. Okay, there's some foam here. Okay, throw it away. Paper cover. Wow, paper. And here it is. So it's the Titan RTX, and the good folks over at NVIDIA has sent this over, and so I'm thinking of providing more tutorial videos leveraging this very powerful GPU. And so in order to complement the usage of this GPU, I'm planning on creating some tutorial videos on the Rapids AI library provided by NVIDIA. So big shout out to Shannon McPhee for generously providing this very powerful GPU, and also shout out to Kenji for recommending me and making all of this possible. So as I've mentioned, I will be providing some more tutorial videos about using the Rapids AI library. And so let's have a quick look about that. Okay, so it's here, rapids.ai. So here it is, Open GPU Data Science. So the Rapids library in Python will allow you to leverage your GPU computing to the fullest ability. And so let's have a quick look at what it has to offer here. So in the first point here, it says that it accelerates your data science. So the Rapids suite of open source software library will give you the freedom to execute end-to-end data science and analytics. So the other day, Shannon McPhee has recommended me to watch one of the webinar. And so in the webinar, I got to see the utilization of GPU computing in drug discovery, particularly in molecular simulation. And so the usage of GPU computing will greatly reduce the time that it normally would take to compute the molecular motion of molecules, and also to allow such big, power-hungry simulations to be completed in a shorter period of time. Because considering that a molecule, such as a protein, will be comprised of 100,000 to 1,000,000 atoms. And so the use of traditional CPU computing wouldn't be feasible, and that would take forever. And so I recall that about 8 years ago, I purchased several workstation computers. And in order to perform 100 nanosecond of simulation, it took me half a year. So in half a year, I had to turn on the computer nonstop. So I just leave it on for half a year. And that is how I could perform 100 nanosecond of simulation for a aromatase protein enzyme. And so I have yet to try that out on the GPU computing here. And so I'll let you know how it goes. And let's have a look further in the features here. And so it supports multi-GPU server. And the great thing about it here is that it allows you to integrate and leverage GPU computing directly from using your Python workflow. And so I have taken a look at the CUDA-enabled AI as enabled by the Rapids library. And it looks pretty much like scikit-learn. And so I'll probably do a benchmark video where I compare side by side using scikit-learn and also using the GPU-enabled version of that. And so you want to stay tuned to that, so subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet done so. And here you can see that it will greatly improve your compute time. And best of all, it is open source. And because when you're able to build models faster, then you are able to try out new parameters. So in achieving top model accuracy, I would believe that it is where model optimization is coming into play. So whenever you're building a machine learning model, using default parameters will not give you the best performance. So what you need to do is you'll have to optimize the learning parameters. And such optimization will take a lot of time. And so GPU computing will solve that issue. So I would remember that during the time of my early career as a researcher, I would go to the computer lab on a weekend and I would turn on about 50 computers. And on each of the computer, I would run an individual simulation. And after a whole day of running the simulation, I would collect all of the results by taking a USB drive and then plugging it in each of the computer one by one, transferring the file onto the USB drive. And then I will have to integrate that later on in my own computer. And so as you can see, it was pretty much manual work. And so I understand that you could do grid computing, parallel computing, and what's better is that if you could leverage GPU computing on a single machine without the use of a complicated supercomputer or grid computing where you hook up many computers in order to leverage the combined computing power, it would be nice to have just one standalone computer where you could do all of the computation. So with that being said, having a GPU is nice, especially this Titan RTX. But is a GPU necessary? It is only recommended if you have a lot of money to spend on expensive gears. If you don't, it's okay because you can still do data science without all of this expensive gear. And so all you need is a computer. It could be any ordinary computer, a laptop, a desktop, as long as you have the internet. And so you need a computer and you need the internet, and that's all you need for your gear to learn data science and to do data science. Because nowadays there are cloud computing resources that you could use, and many of those are for free, such as the Google Colab and also the Kaggle notebook. And Microsoft also has the Azure notebook as well. Okay, so let's do the actual unboxing. So in a future video, I'm going to show you the finished product where I'm going to put this into the machine. Okay, so until next time, please stay tuned. And so I look forward to playing around with this GPU card and also to explore the Rapids library in more depth. And I'll also be sharing all of this tutorial on the YouTube channel and also in my Medium profile where I normally publish in towards data science. And so if you haven't yet checked out my Medium profile, please find it in the links of this video description. And if you're interested in getting one of these, I'll also provide you a link to it, and you can have a look at the specs of this awesome graphic card. And as always, the best way to learn data science is to do data science. And please enjoy the journey. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. But in the meantime, please check out these videos.